All right, let's see if I can do a flip. Here we go. Awesome. All right, so today I wanted to show a little bit of how we use Flow to do, more advanced complex interactions with EducationXR. So I have Caffeine open here, and I can go to my courses in my organization. I can check which ones I have installed, and let's load Night City. Okay, so this is Night City. So let's play and see what it does. So I have controls with WSAD, and as you can see, I can drive, and I have full physics simulations of the wheels, and it's completely cross-platform. I also integrated multiplayer, and I just want to showcase how this can be done with Flow. So let's take a look. I have my parent prefab, which is this 1950 classic car, right? And I have my wheels, and this is where all the magic resides. And I won't give a very deep explanation today, but I just want to give a little overview what these wheels do. And this is the actual prefab for the wheels. Let's open it up. It's basically three things. A raycast wheel does control the suspension by adding a force to the rigid body where the wheel is, depending on the spring. There's a steering force that gives a force to the rigid body, the car, depending how much you turn. And then there's an acceleration input. And these are the three components that make up a raycast wheel. You can add a lot of things and a lot of parameters, depending how faithful or deep you make this simulation, right? So what I'm doing is basically I'm raycasting down, right? So from my wheel down to the floor. So from the position of my wheel in the negative up. And then if I hit something, right? If I hit something, then I go into each of these boxes. So let's take a look. This is basically math. Here I'm calculating the force of a spring. And once I've calculated it, I add it to a rigid body at a position. So I'm adding a force at a position, and this position is basically where the wheel is, So there's a force in the up direction at some position, which is the position of the wheel. So it's not very complicated. It's just a little bit of math, and then you do the same at each step. So another little bit of math is our acceleration. You calculate your steering force, and again, you just add force at position. That's all you're doing. And finally, and some acceleration input, depending on our input, which I put in a global variable in this case. And at the end, again, you're just adding a force at a position. So the cool thing is now that we have the classic wheel as a prefab, making different vehicles is very, very simple. So I have an empty object just with a rigid body, and you can change the mass and everything that you might like. I just put a cube to have a collider, and I can just drag and drop my wheel. And let me rotate it so it's facing forward. And I'm just going to bring it over here. And now we can duplicate it. And let's make a vehicle with 6 wheels. I don't know, why not? There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to duplicate it a little bit more. And let's have 6 wheels. There you go. So now we can press play and see what happens. And there you go. It's already simulating and it works fine. I can see that it works, and it's bouncing, and it's using all the wheels. Can I push it? There you go. Yeah, so let me know if you'd like to see more on how this works. I can make more in-depth videos maybe go into the math for the wheels, and I hope you liked it.